What's up, YouTube? This is Rambo coming to you today with a Gfinity commentary. Today we're going to talk about all the events that happened last weekend in London. We had a tournament there, and we didn't do so great, but pretty much I'm doing it's not a vlog, but it's a log about the tournament with obviously a gameplay. This is a scrim previous from Gfinity. It's all I could really find from the games we played, from the scrims we played. It's a scrim against VVV. I believe it's on Yemen Hardpoint as well. So yeah, let's get into it. First off, I would like to give a big thanks to all the staff at Gfinity and everyone that's involved. I met a lot of new people there and all new faces that have just now gotten involved in competitive gaming as far as Call of Duty is concerned. And I met like some investors. I met all the people that are running the tournament, and literally every single one of them was so nice and so awesome that it's like I really want to go back. Like, as much as traveling to the UK is not my favorite things to do, everything about that tournament was awesome. It's like the only things that my only complaints literally about that tournament was the first day. It was really hot in the venue because it was it's pretty much it was an office in the 28th floor of a building, so it wasn't really meant for that many people in that condensed area with like a bunch of machines running and heat and stuff. So it came to the point where that was one of my problems. And the other issue was the practice stations. We couldn't really. There was only 2 stations, and those were the 2 stations that the tournament was running on. So apart from actually playing your tournament matches, you couldn't really practice or get ready. So I would have loved to have able to scrim a little bit after our first loss or before our first loss, literally like play some games just to get our game, try and figure out what about our game wasn't going right, which you're able to do at an MLG event or pretty much any other event. Normally you're able to just hop on a station and play. So maybe one thing I'd like to change about the future of that event, but apart from that, I have zero complaints. The schedule of the tournament was respected, apart from a slight delay on Saturday morning for the tournament to start. But apart from that, everything was working really fine. There was no problems with the Xboxes in general. Like I said, it was a really great event altogether, and I'm really looking forward to future Gfinity events. I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing more of these. We've been told there's going to be more of these, so straight up, it's definitely going to be something you're going to see again in the future. Let's get on to the topic of conversation that pretty much everyone's probably waiting about, the release of Stainville from Envious. A lot of people were wondering as to why. I mean, it comes to the point where we did not feel we were capable of winning tournaments with Tosh anymore. Sorry for those. Tosh is Stainville's first name. So, but Stainville, like, I have absolutely nothing bad to say about the guy. He's literally probably one of the chillest guys I've ever met in his community. When I first joined the team, I always thought he was this really serious guy that kind of never laughed, but it came out to the point where he was literally the person that made me laugh the most on the team. So, Stainville, a great person, a great personality in the community, and I wish him all the best. I really wish things worked out with him. I really felt like we had a great start of a season with our team. But it came to the point where I feel like the biggest mark of change was when the rule set and the rules were changed as far as like weapons, bandage of the foul, bandage of the dual pistols, and all that stuff. It really meant that everyone had to change their play style of play. It really, the whole dual pistol stuff at the start of the year is something I've been noticing more and more, is the fact that it allowed pretty much anyone on the team to do anything at any given time. But now the game turned into a lot more role-efficient plays. Like anchors mean a lot more. Anchors have to protect themselves with submachine players. There's a lot more. The rules have meant the game to come out to the point where there's a lot more teamwork involved and a lot more to the game than just pretty much running around and like shooting your gun pretty much, not mindlessly, but it came to the point where every player on the team to come. All right, I'm just gonna stop what I just said and I'm gonna repeat and say it once. Every player on the team has a role now, pretty much. Obviously, players, like let's say 2 SMG players, obviously can interchange on the objective and such, but with the difference in usage in primary weapons, with like the Scorpion being starting to use again, the Shotty was banned that weekend, which was actually a really good thing, but we saw a lot of different diversity in weapons. We saw like MP7s, MSMCs, and Scorpions all do really well on the SMG level. And especially for players that are objective-minded, the Scorpion is something that I personally will start using a lot. It allows you to do a lot more on a hill. Literally, if you're in close-range fight, the Scorpion is an easy kill. So it really came to the point where with Stainville, things just didn't click anymore. We just did not feel like he was doing his as far as like his role in the team. We just didn't really. We never really find a place as far as a successful mind, a confident mind for everyone on the team. since about, I believe, UGC Niagara was probably like the last event where we really felt we were capable of doing something. But then again, like there wasn't that many good teams there, except for the one pickup team of pros. But regardless, like I said, I wish Stainville all the best. Absolutely nothing bad to say about him. I really hope he finds a team that suits him well and allows them to compete at the highest level again. Like it's really much what it is. So as well, I would like to talk about the fact that when you drop a player or when a team changes, there normally isn't a lot of bad blood between players depending on the situation of the drop. If it's like personal issues between players, then sometimes there's bad blood. But literally, I really feel like Stainville, like we were talking to him after the event and such. I was still trying to have fun with Stainville, and like I really love the guy. Like I want to make sure that everyone understands that Stainville is a great friend of mine, and I really enjoy playing with him. That's really not the point. I just felt like on a business standpoint, we needed a player that is going to able to put us on the highest level again and allow us to win tournaments. And we really all felt that at this very moment in time after this weekend, we just weren't able to do that with Tosh anymore. So that pretty much clears that. The next topic conversation is the acquisition of Karma from Impact. For those of you who didn't know yet, we have picked up Damon Barlow, aka Karma. He decided to leave Team Impact after the tournament this weekend. He felt I'm really not sure. I'm really not 100% sure on all the reasons. I really highly doubt that it was really their placings and shuts. I really feel like it was probably personal issues between players, kind of like what I was just talking about as far as like when things just don't click between players as far as on a personal level and such. Sometimes changes happen. Normally that's probably the main reason why team changes, unless the team's just not doing well. But when a team's doing well, like their team was this year, it really comes to the point where if players don't argue with each other a lot or and such, so on and so forth. But yeah, if anything, I'll let him talk about the reasoning if you guys want to know. I really ask him personally because I didn't really discuss those with him. Pretty much when we had our discussion between us three and him, it was really about if he was interested in joining the team, and he was interested in making this a career choice. It really came to the point where like the only thing that scared us about Karma, that scares I guess a lot of community talks about, is the fact that some of the stuff he says on Twitter or all this, like pretty much how Impact acted as a whole. But something I really feel like Karma understands now, the fact that this is a career choice for him. I really feel like he's ready to step this up to the next level, be respectable about the community, respectable about the fans, the sponsors, and all that stuff that'll help him gain on a long-term level as well. Like being a respected player is a huge part in this community. It will get you to levels that you can't achieve by simply winning. I think that's something that understands is winning is not everything. Winning is a great part and will help you start off really good. But if you're not able to hold face and represent sponsors properly, then it comes to a point where it's really hard for sponsors to look out for players. But with Karma under our wing, I really feel like Karma's going to bring his attitude to the next level. I'm really looking forward to playing with him. I've teamed with him before, and he's always been a super good player. That's definitely not even a question that he'll bring our game to the next level. Probably one of the most well-rounded, if not the most well-rounded player in this community. The only player I would compare him with was probably Criminal, as far as like a player that can really do just about anything at any given time like him. But Karma, like I said, I'm really excited to have you on the team, buddy. And I really hope we can get things going as soon as possible and get a few wins under our belt before the end of the season, all the way into Ghost, and hopefully stick as a team for a long time. So that's probably going to be it for that topic. Lastly, I want to talk about pretty much what's going to happen in the next couple of months. That was a sick hellstorm, by the way. I got like 2 guys that were pretty much inside the hard point on Yemen. But yeah, the next couple of months for us, pretty much I believe our main goal at this moment is obviously trying to be ready for UMG Atlanta. That's the next event that we're going to be attending. It's going to be a qualifier for the ESWC World Cup as well, which is going to be held in Paris, France. I really hope we can qualify for that. I'm not 100% sure as to how is there going to be other qualifiers. Is it only going to be that one qualifier at UMG Atlanta? I really have no clue. Some people say you can get invited if you, let's say if there's like a form or something, if you're like a really known team that can. Pretty much, I'm guessing ESWC has a qualifier, and then it's kind of like going to be compared to the COD Champs. If you qualify through the qualifier, you pretty much have all the expenses paid for, and then if you get invited to the tournament, you have to pay your own way there, and you don't kind of like not sponsor by them. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, this is just speculation. I'm really hoping they release more information on what's going to be happening very soon, obviously. So, like I said, that's pretty much our next big step. Probably going to be one of the biggest tournaments by the end of the year, and obviously after that it's going to be MLG and such. I'm not entirely sure what else is going to be to play for at that point, but there's always a lot of stuff to play for pretty much on this game. There's pretty much a tournament every month, if not more than one every month. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm a bit exhausted for my weekend. I'm going to be catching up on sleep and streaming whenever I can, as much as I can, obviously, playing some games. Karma's going to be at DreamHack, I believe, Valencia. I'm not sure. I think it's the DreamHack in Spain for this weekend. So we probably won't be streaming until the start of next week with Karma. But yeah, that was pretty much it for today's video, guys. If you guys have any questions, don't be shy out on commenting on the video. I'll answer as many as I can. And you can always follow me at Rambo_Envy and Twitch TV/Rambo for my stream and Twitter. That's going to be it. Peace, guys.